Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you just met, my name is Ju. Please do smash that subscribe button and like this video if you like cars like me. 감사합니다. This is the 2022 Honda City RS 1.5 liter CVT. Out of the 4 variants, this is the third most expensive with the price tag of 1,069,000 pesos SRP. And we are gonna show you, and in this video I'm going to show you how practical the City RS CVT is for 2022. 시작! Starting from the front fascia, it has full LEDs. It even looks like a Civic already. It's like claws that will eat you. And of course, the badge here and this honeycomb style, and like a carbon fiber accent with this Wolverine style of housing for the fog lamp. Now, what do I think about the front fascia in practicality? Number one, it looks amazingly nice, and especially having the RS road sailing badge. But this honeycomb and this kind of hard plastic, they kind of fade and they kind of turn into white if you don't really use some kind of treatment. So if I had the RS, I would really be meticulous in trying to clean this area. Before you even talk about the exterior, I find that the Honda City RS is super duper practical because of this. The remote start button, it just works like a charm, and unlike other cars or other brands, it just doesn't turn off even though you open the door. See that? That is a good feature, especially now it's super duper hot. When you're opening your City RS, just hold the handle without pressing the button, but when you are going to close it, you press the button. Very practical since you have both features on both sides. Success! Here in the front fascia, the LED lights are really good. They look so good and amazing. Even the turn signals are in LED. But what are the room for improvement? Of course, having the automatic lighting system. But, this is a Honda. And when we talk about reliability, we are mostly talking about Toyota. But aren't we talking about Honda? We should talk about Honda because they are amazingly reliable. They don't have taxis, so that means a lot. For me, the Honda City RS has a great history here in the Philippines for reliability and for confidence. This is one of those cars that you can focus in what you have to do, which is to go to your destination. And without distraction, aircon is checked, lighting, the look, connectivity, the sound, everything is really good. The Honda City RS is most probably one of the easiest cars to maintain and one of the cars that will not get broken down. Really, if you want a spirited driving, you can do it. If you want quiet, chill, you can do it. And you can do it in style and comfort. However, having the 134 millimeters of ground clearance might seem a bit low for normal driving here in the Philippines because there are no standard sizes of the speed bumps, and sometimes the roads have too many potholes. For peace of mind, you have to be cautious when you are negotiating those kind of abnormalities. Let us talk about the side design. We do have this multi-spoke type of two-tone rim in 16-inch. It looks nice, but you'll have to do more work if you are cleaning your car by yourself. But I like the design very much. Room for improvement here on the side would be having an auto-folding side mirror, disc braking system here in the rear. With the McPherson and torsion beam suspension, the ride was actually very good, and it is not something to complain about. Like, this is the universal design of the side mirrors of Honda vehicles. I think I am kind of getting too used to it. Maybe in the future it can be redesigned. Since this is the RS variant, it does have plenty of black gloss materials to make it more sporty and to be worthy of the road sailing badge itself. Here we have a ducktail type of spoiler, LED lighting system for the tail lamp, halogen for the plate number, and the button here. The button for the trunk is actually not at the center of Honda. It's like just on the right side. So I would have appreciated more if the button would just align with the Honda badge. It's just me. Yes, that's just me. Huge trunk space. It does come with space saver type of spare tire. I must say again that the design of the rear and the front really shines in the City RS. They really look good. They do have the carbon fiber accent and this lower diffusers that are most probably for aesthetics, but they are doing a very great job in doing that. The Honda City, on its 7th generation, it has always been one of the top selling compact sedans here in the Philippines, and up to now I can tell why. Under the hood of the Honda City RS, it does come with a 1.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine that is mated to a CVT transmission. It does about 119 horsepower and 145 Newton meters of torque. It's a front-wheel drive that actually just makes sense to having it driven here in the Philippines. If you have reached this point of the video, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and like this video for more. Inside the Honda City RS, most of the colors you see are black, and there are subtle red accents that remind you that you are in an RS variant of the City. Many things I like about this car are the nice push start button that actually glows when you press the brake like that. All the parts that you will touch, especially the elbows, are padded and in good soft leather. The only non-leather part that you would always touch would be the handbrake. It's in urethane. Sports pedals look so good. Even comes with paddle shifters that you can actually use. And this clicking sound. These controls are solid and they sound so good. And these days we cannot live without cell phone or smartphone. Honda cars basically always have somewhere to put them, like here, and it won't drop even though you do some sporty driving, so that is very practical. And if you don't want to put it there, you can also put it here on both sides, where even my Galaxy Note Ultra fits perfectly and it doesn't fall out. Provision of the airbags all around the cabin is wonderful. The seats are combination of leather, fabric, and type of a suede material, which is so good. You know, it feels very expensive. Having black interior, including the headliner, just gives you more of that nice vibe. Although we have manual lighting control and analog type of instrument gauges, I like seeing analog gauges in this type of RS variant. So the overall interior of the Honda City RS just looks so premium. Especially look, you have leather padded area here where your knees will touch, and also here just above the glove box, it is also in very nice leather. Front row, it's amazing. Driving, you'll see it in the driving video. Future improvement would be Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, better quality of camera, auto dimming room mirror, Honda sensing, but that will boost up the price. Now let's go to the back. The second row of the City RS. Remember, I'm 5'10". Oh, it definitely feels different from sitting in a Vios. It feels so good. It feels so premium. It doesn't feel like that. All the elbow areas again are padded with leather, with chrome, and amenities like this armrest with cup holders, the airbag. Very important, we have air vents. They have some silver accent and also chrome, very subtle chrome that makes the car look expensive. Then there are power options to 12 volt. Now some people might like having the USB ports, but sometimes they come in type A or type C. But this one comes in 12 volt wherein you can actually put your favorite 12 volt accessories, so you can even charge 4 devices at the same time. That is amazing. And you do also have USB ports and 12 volts here in front. Amazing. Look at this. This is also soft. So even I'm 5'10", you know, even though I just slouch like this with my driving position is not the standard, you guys. I kind of almost lie down something. Hands down, guys, when you buy your Honda City RS or any of the Honda City variants, you will not regret. The insulation, I must admit that the thin tires kind of make the sound come inside, but I think the cabin wise and the build and the insulation wise, it is actually good. If you want a more detailed review, you may watch my video here so that you know exactly what you will get from your Honda City RS. Please do follow Honda Cars Philippines in their social media accounts. Let's drive it now. Everyone has their own preference, so this is another option that Honda is giving us. And the 1.5 liter engine, it just does wonders, especially when you put the D to S. Like S becomes super quick, super duper. It just holds the RPM so well that if you want to like feel like driving a, you know, what would it feel to drive a sports car, you can actually feel it in this car. Very agile, very sharp looking. The only issue would be the low ground clearance. It does have a low ground clearance, but as long as you are careful and you know where you are going, you don't have to worry that much. As long as like you are in the city, with the city, where you have a normal city kind of road. I'm gonna take this car to Skyway, bring it to SLEX, and show you how it feels like to drive a city. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. When you put it to S, it feels like RS. It's so good. It tries to maximize that RPM, so it really gives you that sporty vibe, especially when you are using the paddle shifter like this right now. You can like push it all the way in the RPM, and it will not shift for you. That is amazing. Visibility is also nice, although like sometimes I wish the side mirrors will be bigger. Like third gear, it maximizes the RPM. Really good. Really, really good. And it is also very fuel efficient. The gear shifts really well. Like if you want a quiet ride, just put it to drive, then everything becomes so quiet, because it makes sure the gear shifts. Although this is a CVT, still there is a simulated gear, so kinda you don't feel the shifting when you are in D. But when you are in S, let the sounds begin. It actually sounds so good. And you can also use the cruise control like that. You don't actually see the number, but then it works well. There is no lag. It just works properly how it should. This is a very sleek and agile vehicle. You can actually have some sporty driving in this. If you have watched my RS hatchback, it is quite the same feel, but this one is probably lighter, so you can have a better drive feeling with this. The vibration, none. Squeaking, none. What you will really hear is coming from the tires. It's not the thickest tire in the world, so if you are like on a tarmac, then it will be a lot better, but if you're in a concrete, you will hear the sound, but it is expected. Gear 1, Gear 2. You can drive really fast with this. You can like, you hear the sound? The sound not coming from the exhaust, it's coming from the engine. So you can like use this paddle shifter that follows along with you in the steering. It's really good to drive. Yeah, that's a very sporty feeling. See, even in 5,000 RPM, still holding on to that, it will not shift. And this is probably the one of the last cars that you will feel that are kind of analogish, because more and more like ADAS system, Honda sensing is becoming a norm. So that is a good and a bad thing, because many people want their cars to be simple, so there won't be huge amount of expense when they actually break down. So like this one doesn't have so much sophisticated computer. It is a great car indeed. So you better try to drive one and try the things I'm doing, like using the paddle shifter, using the S mode and stuff like that. But if you're city driving, you want the best fuel consumption, I think you would want to put it into drive like now. And it also comes with one touch turn signal. It also comes with speed sensing door locks. That's very important. The horn sound is actually great. It is big compared to the size of this car. So that is a very good thing. Now this is on drive, but when you just like floor it all the way, it is still going to like maximize the RPM even in the D mode. So when you put it to sport mode, it will do more. The screen is actually huge, and I'm not the kind of person who always uses Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. I just use the Bluetooth. Yeah, I just need it for calling, because I don't watch anything. Like if it's like Waze, I just put it here somewhere, just listen to it. So yeah, this is a very good all-rounder. You will love the experience. Like now, like I have driven this car in S mode, D mode and everything. I press it hard, I press it slow, not really. I'm getting around 15 to like sometimes 18 kilometers per hour. This is like highway driving. So I'll also give you some the figures when I'm driving it in the city. But generally, you know, the reason you have CVT and a 1.5 liter, it is working for that fuel economy that is really important in this time. Yeah, this is actually a very good city driver. It is a city for the city and also for long drives. It's really fun. And I don't really have to say so much to prove that a city is a good city car. If you don't want to shift, it is not going to shift. Especially what we can highlight is we have a very high red line, which is about 6,750 RPM, which is just amazing for this kind of car. And yeah, you will really, you see that? It's not shifting. And you can kind of hear the engine. Although you hear the engine growl, it is not the kind of sound that you would hear like as if engine is like, save me master, I'm going to explode. No, it is a tamed sound of growth, but I love it. Please do follow Honda Cars Philippines in their social media accounts, and with that I will see you in the next video. May your dreams come true. 감사합니다.